So yeah, once again, GG, Mr. Ddraig. Yeah, you look at recon, I guess you get him, huh?
Yeah, GG dudes. I just want to say up front, I think I found the most amusing thing, I don't know if it's amusing is the right word here, but the most amusing thing I found was that our first race had a complete lack of E-tanks, and our second race just couldn't give you enough E-tanks.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and to where I was just checking majors blind because I was like, "There's got to be out of E-tanks by now." We weren't even seeing reserves.
No. Oh, I did see a couple of reserves, in fairness.
Yeah, 1 or 2, but like it's got to be 14. But yeah.
So, just in general, what were your feelings on that seed? Because I know this is a bit different to what most have had through this tournament so far, in terms of like the setup and the randomization on it.
Well, this major minor bit, at least today, is a bit of anxiety. I went through Green Brennan down, and Rick Ship was last. I don't know what you did.
I was a bit all over the place. I CWJ'd into Rex Ship early. I went down and fought Kraid. I went down and fought Kraid, then went up to Rex Ship, and then ended up backtracking down. In some ways, that worked in my favor for how I would have played the seed. Obviously, it didn't work out in my favor in terms of the results, but that's just, that's life. But because one of the things was obviously gravity was at Croc, and I never would have gone to Croc if I'd gone to Norfair first.
Right. Yeah.
I would have gone straight from there up, and then I would have been a long time before I'd even I would have had to do lower Norfair before I'd even considered it, and that means I would have been going for a suitless entry into Meridia, which wouldn't have worked well because didn't find high jump boots until after Ridley. So it was like the seed was telling me it hated me from the beginning, and it was against everything that I liked about Randomizer.
You know what? I'll take your word for it because it was just tense. So yeah, like I said, I went down. I got gravity. Went through Upper Norfair, found the Varia, and then just basically went bottom to top from there. You found charge. I saw where it was. That was never happening.
Well, I'll be honest with you. This is another item I never would have gone to look for normally. I never would have checked plasma. I never would have checked the thing. But we were an hour and 25 into the seed, and I thought to myself, if sk00pula's not about to finish, I've got time to go and check the 2 possible items that I've got left that could be charge. Well, the 2 that aren't in wrecked ship anyway.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. I was staring at the clock after an hour. It's like, well, better get going, better make some choices. I actually did do plasma, which was nothing, but I was like, well, if I got to pick one, I guess I'll pick that. But, got the wrecked ship, got the plasma, probably the least, at that point, at least desired plasma beam in history.
Like it was definitely not where I wanted to find it. I'll say that for it.
But I knew there were a couple of supers. I scouted the whatever that is under sky missiles. Saw that it was super. So I'm like, well, I guess this is how it's got to be. So I was able to come up with a few extra packs and went down with 90-60. So
see now, yeah, that was probably where one of my biggest mistakes in terms of running. I 100% ran this seed as if I was going to find charge, which wasn't a terrible idea, but I also for some reason started picking up a lot of missiles and supers at one point, which is sort of like I usually commit to one or the other, and I sort of like found myself halfway in between. So it was interesting in that regard, but yeah, this wasn't a particularly super heavy seed, as these settings go. So that also worked against me for the way I ran this seed.
Yeah, in fact, I practiced one last night and ended up going all the way through Green Burn without a super because I skipped Billy Mays. So I did it today, and there's a super, and there were very few, if any, after that through that whole loop today as well. So
yeah, I didn't check Billy Mays, mostly because I was in the logic of I'm down a race to stay in this. I have to win, so get skipping. And it both worked in my favor at times and worked against me at times, I would say. So,
yeah, I mean, I definitely made some choices, and even like leaving Meridia going up, I skipped X-ray. It took a while for me to be okay with the idea of doing that. I was going to do it with bombs, but I didn't even see what that was. But I guess nothing great. So,
X-ray was just an E-tank.
Yeah, of course it was. You know,
what else could it have been in this seat? I was honestly half expecting when I got over to Shacktool, who I don't know if anybody watching is part of the Kill Shacktool Let Him Live crowd, but if you're on the Let Him Live side, you're wrong. But yeah, no, that was when I was thinking to myself, Kill Shacktool a couple of times, and I was like, do you know what? What's going to happen to me here is this is going to be a reserve tank because the game knows I'm not going to pick up a reserve tank. And it's going to turn out that the wreck chip E-tank was going to be charged. Obviously, in my mind before I went, because I skipped that item because I was sort of like, I know how to do water bath bomb, but I'm so out of practice and I only have PBs when I'm there that I didn't want to go for it.
Right.
So yeah, that was a bit of a mixed bag on my end.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to leave it there, but I ended up taking it.
What was in the wreck ship E-tank location then?
Actually,
good
good question. Nothing I wanted, so I kind of threw it out of my head, but.
No, that's completely fair. It's definitely one of those ones where it's very dependent on what you do and don't get. So,
maybe I did reset it. I don't even remember now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got up to when I initially went up to wreck ship. I got up there, realized that I don't have bombs or speed, which would be my usual 2 entries. So I was like, okay, CWJ it is. And then I was like, oh, let's go check Gauntlet real quick. And I was just like, another E-tank. And that pretty much sums up how I was feeling about this whole thing.
Well, GG on the animals. GG this tournament for sure. I mean, I was sweating. I ain't gonna lie. I watch. I've watched from the shadows for a while. I know the names of most people. So this is.
Well, it's not often I get to hear someone say they know my name, so that's a win for me already.
Well, I did restream work too, so I mean, yeah, I'm
fair enough. Yeah, but I think for me as well, one of the things with this race in particular is when we had to make the decision. I hadn't seen a lot of your races in particular. A lot of people, because I'm in the UK, the time difference is awkward. It's just about midnight now, and it's sort of like if you're racing after or from 8 p.m. onwards, generally it's very hard for me to watch a whole race, never mind part of it. And so I hadn't seen a lot of your races, and then between our first race and this race, I went and watched a couple of your races, and my biggest thought was instantly, I have screwed up going for the major minor. So basically, I picked this setup because it has been so long since I've raced just a bog standard vanilla map, vanilla bosses, major minor rando. It's been a very long time since I've raced that. And I was sort of like, it would be fun to do that. If I've got to pick something, let's pick that. And then I watched your races and I was thinking to myself, oh man, this is going to bite me real hard now, because you are definitely quick enough that, I wasn't going to be able to sort of outpace you just on movement alone. And then I was like, and now I've just given you eliminated X amount of checks that you might have been doing had you not been in that position, and then given you major minor. And I was sort of like, having lost the first one, that was a terrible decision, it turned out, on my behalf. But I mean, I don't know if you feel like it worked in your favor in some ways, but I felt like, it's particularly watching our first race, I felt you were very, very thorough in checking a lot of
Yeah,
items.
I was
Right.
waiting for that. Yeah, I'm kind of a hundo
Which,
mindset all the time.
yeah, which obviously is, well, it's worked out for you. You're here. You're through to the third round of the playoffs. So, there's nothing wrong with it. But in my mind, I was sort of like, oh my word, I've just handed him an easy run against me. And I was like, this could be one of those runs where I could be, just like with the way I skip things, because I will skip anything and everything on a whim as I go. So it was very much one of those, oh no, what's coming next, what's going on, sort of thing. And then it was, oh man, I really wish I hadn't picked Major Minor. And I was sort of tempted at one point this week to sort of message me like, oh, is there any chance I could change my options? But then I was like, no, that just wouldn't be fair to you, especially because I was like, it's reasonable that since we first picked options, you might have been practicing the options that I picked more so than the options you picked, because I'd imagine you're more familiar with what you've picked than what I picked, even though there wasn't really that much difference in the end. It was basically Major Minor versus Countdown full random.
Right.
So, but
yeah,
I
I
definitely
had
thought that was going to work against me on this one. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, I just my biggest thing is try to remember where Vanilla Major is supposed to be. So that was in the back of my head. But as I ran through the areas, they occurred to me. But I guess the little number is there for people like me too. But and actually, yeah, that was Speed Booster at Wreck D-Tank. So yeah, no, I did keep that, and I was like, well, shoot, there's another major I can check. So I went up and X-rayed it, and that was a reserve, but we had a bunch of supers up there. So.
Yeah, I checked the top of Wreck Ship from the back end. Which did give me a super, because it was 2 reserves in the top of Wreck Ship, and I was just sort of like,
Oh,
this
really?
is classic Major Minor Wreck Ship, and I really wish I'd skipped it.
Yeah, I think that accounts for all. And then if there's 2 up there, I saw 1, I'm like, I'm not going bowling, but sure, yeah, that figures. But yeah, 60% here. That's yeah, that's up there. But
it didn't work against you. You still won the race. You still had one hell of a run to get to this point. And dude, to be honest with you, good luck in the next round. I believe you're playing Sasho Boss.
Oh geez, all right.
And like, Sasho has had an absolutely phenomenal tournament. He's always been good at Super Metroid, but he's really playing on another level through this tournament. So good luck against him on that one. But
Yeah.
also, Sasha Boss, I hope you lose. You suck, dude. But I love you. I love you.
Well, we'll keep it interesting. At least we'll try. But yeah, thank you for that. And yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, look into dinner. I'm sure it's late for you, but thanks for the races. And
oh, dude, absolute pleasure. It was real fun racing these, and yeah, good, like, seriously, good luck in the next round. I do genuinely hope you beat Sasha, because now he's sending emotes at me that appear to be slightly mocking. So but no, good luck in the next race. Good luck to everyone. And just before I go as well, I do like to always say thank you to I believe Idol did our tracking for this one. Thank you to the guys from SpeedGaming who set it up. Thank you to everyone watching. Also, switch over to SpeedGaming 1, because there is another race going on. I don't remember who is racing. I just remember it's happening in the next couple of minutes. It should be starting. So
I actually have it up Baja and nobody not us. So yeah,
there we go.
I'll do that too.
Yeah, check that one out. And yeah, thank you to everyone for watching. It is always fun. Any final words from you, dude?
No, I think we basically covered it all. It's a learning process. I just learn as I go. It's honestly the most practice thing I've ever done, because I definitely feel like I've needed it. I play Z3. I just race, and I have in their ladder there, I have a major deficit from that I still haven't made up yet. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm practicing. What the heck is this all about? But if I can. It's a little shorter on average, so that's okay. SM, so it's good. But I've enjoyed it for sure.
No, that's completely fair. I mean, Z3 will never be quicker for me than SM will, but I can appreciate that when you are good at both, it can definitely have that impact. But yeah, again, GG dudes, thank you to all the guys at SpeedGaming, thank you to everyone watching. Get yourselves over to SpeedGaming 1. We are about to have a great race going on over there. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody.